My name is Tina Chang. I'm the co-founder and design partner with Esther Moon of Little Fury, which is a small design studio in NoHo here in New York. We do branding and we do packaging and we make notebooks, which you guys are currently using. And I wanted to just share with you a project that we've been working on for the last 7 months. I'm going to first play a video so you just get an idea of what I'm going to be speaking about. So Divine Detail is a shop, but it's also a gallery. But it's basically an idea based on one simple concept, that things matter. And objects matter because they shape our lives. We fill our lives with objects. And the way that the objects are designed either help us flourish or falter. So that's basically the idea of Divine Details. And I just want to quickly go over the why and then the what. The why Divine Details. So Esther and I, and then our head editor and writer, Brian Watkins, we were having a conversation, and I'm not quite sure if this is the actual inception, but just work with me here. Is unlike a lot of other art forms, if you speak to a dancer or a sculptor or a painter or a writer or a musician, whether they believe in God or not, they will say that at moments that when they're creating something, that they can recognize something bigger than themselves, that they're a part of something bigger than themselves. I've never actually had that conversation with a designer. And I thought about that, and I thought, why is that? And I thought, I think it's because designers pride themselves in thinking of ourselves as problem solvers. And so we analyze, we synthesize, we research, and we observe, and then we come up with an elegant solution. And it feels very utilitarian at times. And so I've never actually had a conversation about something bigger than myself in the process of design. I've never been to a conference where we get to talk about that moment, that magic, that unknown suddenly becoming known. And I also realized that the brokenness is kind of two parts. One is the designer kind of not seeing that aspect of their creative process. But the second aspect is the way that we all kind of experience design. When we go to a performance, or the performances that you've heard here at this conference, there is a moment where you can say, wow, or you feel something, or you experience something. I think rarely do we do that with design. We might say this is a cool this or that, but you never feel like you are communing with something bigger than yourself. So the what then? Like I said, Divine Details is a gallery and a store. And that's important because what we decided to do was curate 33 common goods from around the world and present it in a gallery kind of format at AIGA, which is American Institute of Graphic Arts. It's kind of the institutional hub for graphic designers. We curated these 33 common goods, and we presented it in a way that you started to maybe pay attention to not only the objects, but the creator of these objects. But at the same time, it's a store because design is something that we buy and we interact with and we consume. And so we wanted it to be a way that you still bought these objects that you would do on a normal basis, but you just paused a little bit and you thought about what you bought. And one of the ways that we did that was through the art of storytelling. One of the things that we did was we commissioned 7 writers, poets, music writers, editorial writers, playwrights, to craft an individual story for each object where it highlights or it's inspired by the objects. And this is a really great way for us to animate the inanimate, to put meaning behind things that seem meaningless. We really wanted to create a space where you get to think about the creator and the consumer in a whole different way. So basically, we just wanted a space that you would just stop and consider a few things. So possibly consider a bent nail and wood. And can it be the perfect bottle opener? And what does that even mean? The next time, maybe when you consider your wine and where it's from and who made it, maybe also consider the wine glass that you drink out of it. And does that wine glass in its good design help you enjoy that wine a little bit more, the way it should be enjoyed? Think about your favorite song and the musician that spent hours putting that together, the right inflections, the right bass, and then consider how you listen to that song. Consider the speaker. Does it capture all the little nuances that that artist so labored over? And then consider the person that made that speaker. And why is it walnut? And could it be walnut because it's a better acoustic sound than plastic? And does that matter? So basically, this is a shop built on a simple idea that things matter, and that in small things, maybe you can experience big things, and that in the very ordinary, there are moments of extraordinary, and that when you think about an object and you think about the creator of that object, maybe you can also think about you and who created you. Thank you.